Hey guys, welcome back. On today's video, we're going to be talking about what you need to do to set up your blog before you even start to write your very first post. So I know you're excited and you want to jump right in and write your blog post and put it out there for the world to see because your content is great, you have all these ideas, your creative juices are flowing, but the purpose of all these videos is to ensure that you do the right thing, you have the right mindset, you create the right information so that you can start building a list from day one and creating content that is valued and will eventually make you money. So you want to start by creating a few accounts. The very first account that you need to create, which probably not the first account, but let's start there, is Shareaholic. You want to go into the Shareaholic website, sign up for a free account. Sign in with the Google account that you use to create your website. This is what the inside of it looks like for a blog that is already set up. What Shareaholic does, which I should have said to you in the first place, is that when you go to your blog, that little bar on the left-hand side, the bar that has all the social media links, that is where you'll be able to know, or anybody can share your content anywhere, or any one of the social media platforms that you've chosen. So these are the ones that I'm into: Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, email, and I think this is WhatsApp. So when you click on any one of these, it'll just start to generate and populate. It's going to pull you through, bring up a page, tell you what pins are available on that page, and you can create pins through Canva. We'll walk you through some Canva later on in this video, and we'll also do a Canva one-on-one later on in the series. So you can choose here which one of these pins you want to pin. Let's say I wanted to pin boost your Instagram, and I wanted to go on Pinterest in a particular board. I will allow it to load, and then I'll choose the board I wanted to go into, and it will just jump right in there. Let me just put it in this board right here, and that's it. Save it. All the information is there. Send it. Whatever tags I put in, it comes up. All the information is already there already. That is what Shareaholic does for you, and this is important. You need to be able to do that, because if somebody's reading your blog post and they like it from the very first time you posted it, they should share it, or you should be sharing it too with other places. The next account you want to create is a Canva account. Now this is a free account. You want to go to canva.com, create your account, and from here you'll be able to essentially create any blog post template, banners for your website, checklists for your freebies. Everything is here. Upgrading, you'll get more unique images, and we'll talk later on about royalty-free images. The next account you want to set up is your MailerLite account. Now for MailerLite, you can't just set it up with your Google account. You're gonna have to go back to SiteGround and have SiteGround create an email address for you that is linked to your website. So you need an email address that says at your website name. I'll link in the description box below where on SiteGround you can go to get information in order for you to get that email account set up for you. When you've done that, this is what inside MailerLite looks like. From this end, you'll see the dashboard, campaigns, your subscribers, forms, site information here, which is your landing pages or anything like that you might have created, and your automation. You hear that bird? You hear those birds? Your next set of accounts will be your social media accounts. Honestly, this should have been your first thing you do when you created your domain name. You should have just created your social media accounts with them. Because you're new, you might not have thought of it. My first and only recommendation is Pinterest. You have to have a Pinterest account. You can toggle between having a Facebook account and a Twitter account and an Instagram account if you'd like, but there's no two ways about it. You need to have a Pinterest account. That is how you're going to drive a lot of traffic to your blog. You need to now set up your Google Analytics account. This was a little difficult for me, to tell you the honest truth. It took me a minute. It took me a little bit. Forget it. But Google has improved the system a little bit. Very easy to set up. You have a Gmail account already, so they made it pretty simple. You sign in with the Gmail account that you create, and from here, you want to scroll down to admin. And when you get to admin, you want to create an account. It will then walk through the process with you as to how to best create an account and how to link that account to your blog. This information here will be exactly how you'll be able to see what is going on your website. You'll be able to see how your posts are doing, what posts are doing well, what kind of people are coming to your blog, where they're coming from, whether they're male or female, what contents they're clicking on after that, how long they're staying on it, how often they're coming on it, where the traffic source is coming from, what's most important, what is working out for you, and where the traffic coming from. If you know what to work for you, do more of that content. If you know where the traffic coming from, you put more on that platform so persons can start coming back to your website from that end. Good? After you created all these accounts, you want to jump into the back end, and we're going to start downloading some WordPress plugins. Your first plugin has already been installed, which is Shareaholic. It's already there. When you go through the Shareaholic setup, it will give you the actual link to go and put this on the back end of your website. So that's going to be pretty easy. A very critical and important plugin is WooCommerce/MailerLite. Now, WooCommerce is actually a plugin that helps you sell products on your blog. That's essentially where you need to be geared to. You can't be doing blogs alone. You're not going to make enough money, or you're not going to have an income stream properly from just site visitors. You have to be able to have things on your blog that people can buy. So whether it's going to be ebooks or tangible products or whatever it is, WooCommerce will help you drive things that direction. And MailerLite and WooCommerce have combined their apps together to make it so much easier for you to sell your products and grab emails from your subscribers from the minute they decide to buy one of your free products or one of your cheap products or one of your expensive products. You can grab your emails. So if they're not even interested in your blog post, but they're buying your stuff, you can grab their emails. So MailerLite and WooCommerce have combined to get that done. Now, if you're a food blogger or you're interested in starting a food blog, WP recipes will be awesome. This is how, do you know when you go on Pinterest and you search for a recipe on Pinterest and you see the image comes up and then all the ingredients on the bottom and the method and all that kind of stuff? That's how that works. You can get that whole thing into your blog post without having to do too much work. You just need to have the plugin, set it up. You must be wondering how you set up a plugin. You want to go to the back end of your website in WordPress, of course. You want to go down to plugins. From plugins, you're going to add new, and then you're going to scroll right over to keyword section here, and you're going to type in WP recipes, and then you can go right ahead and install now. It would say install now. I already had it installed, so install now, and then you activate it. When you have it activated, and every time you activate something, it'll come up on the left hand side here of your taskbar, and you can go in and set up the different settings that you need. Another important plugin that you definitely need for your blog post, because without this you won't know what's going on with your blog post, is Yoast SEO. When you get to starting to write a blog and you go onto the back end of your website, you click on new post, it'll jump you right into this area. In this area, you'll be able to put your blog title. So let's go through this process as quickly as we can. So you want to have a catchy title, and then you want to definitely create some content here. I'm just going to go ahead and just keep doing that. You're going to, of course, do more profound writing and content, but I want to give you an idea of what's going on. When you're finished, you want to scroll down to SEO and readability. Your keywords here, keywords phrase, I'm going to go ahead and just put that right back in there. Yoast will start to tell you what's going on. Now, I have an angry sad face here, so obviously I'm going to do something, right? You look at readability, and you can see that not enough content. Please add some context, enable Google Analytics. To content to enable Google Analytics. So obviously this blog post is not awesome, but if you scroll down further, it'll give you more information, more details on exactly what you need to fix. Your meta description, no meta description is in there. You don't, the text length, type SEO title, it's too short. The keyword phrase is good. So with all this information, you get a better idea of how to create a better blog post. So Yoast SEO is going to be a game changer for your content. Reverb Opus is a plugin that works swimmingly for my content. I have a lot of content on my website, and as time goes on, I forget about a lot of them. And what Reverb Opus does is helps by republishing those old posts on the social media sites that I've selected. And I selected two Twitter and Facebook, because I'm really not very active on those social media platforms, but I still have followers on that platform. So I have the plugin retweet the content on that platform, and it has worked out. So you don't want to use revive old posts or set it up as yet though if you don't have enough content for it to repost. If you see here, it actually is going to repost another content for me on one of these social media sites that I have here in another hour and 22 minutes. And if you only have one post on your blog, come on, you can't repost that one post over and over. It's not gonna make no sense. So you definitely have to have some content before you start using revive old posts. But now that you have all of this set up, the next thing you need to think of is how to essentially start to grab people to build your mailing list. And this is where it gets really ticklish. It gets a little bit uncomfortable for some people because you're gonna have to start putting yourself out there and soliciting. You want to create a clickbait. You want to create something that's gonna grab people to give you their email address. And this is where the freebie comes in. A freebie is something that you're gonna give away for nothing at all. You want to title it, my best of this, the most of this, the most epic of this, 5 easy the steps of this, a checklist of that, a blueprint of this. You want to use those catchwords when creating your freebies. You're gonna have to start thinking about what exactly that you need persons to get, have them grabbing that cheat sheet and coming back to you. So your list should be a cheat sheet of something, the best products for this, or the best this, that, a blueprint of something else, secrets to this, a list of this, checklist of this, a bundle of this. It's pretty much whatever. I'm going to touch a little bit on keywords and categories and tags. Now, you want to start creating categories for your website. Now, I suggest you start with three simple categories that you can talk about that either don't link to each other or does. On my YouTube page, I talk about minimalism and sustainable living in the Caribbean. I also talk about a loc journey, and I talk about blogging. Those are the 3 biggest categories on my YouTube page. On my Mommy and one, about self-love and self-healing and intentional living. And you want to start creating those categories so that your blog posts can go into those categories, so that when persons go on your blog, they'll be able to find the content a lot easier when everything is neatly put out and in place. Let me dive into one of the posts so I can show you what the tags look like. So here is a draft of the post that we were editing. Let's edit. Click on edit post and give it a minute to come up. Choose your category. So this is a blogging post. You can choose more than 2 categories. You can choose all the categories. This is about blogging. When I scroll down and add blog with eye-see-tah as a tag, enter that. I want to put blogging 101. It gives you that. Blogging for beginners. Oh, I can't spell. See? What the tags does is actually gives your viewers and persons who are searching for you the keywords, additional keywords for them to find your post. Scrolling down on this panel as well, you have featured images. It's a must. You have to put a featured image up. Without a featured image, you won't be able to see anything at all. You won't be able to see something like this, an image that says that this is what you won't be able to see what is this. So this is what a featured image is. This is the image that is at the front of your blog post that persons will see. This is what's going to get persons to click on your blog. You can either put just a photo there, or you can put a photo there with some wording on it, so persons don't have to scroll through or look anywhere else for wording. They can see it right on the image and click on your blog post. You want to ensure too that when you're putting a featured image up, it actually has an actual human in it, especially if you're just starting. Cutting off your head or cutting off your face and your interaction, it's not going to make it. It's not going to bring in a lot of traffic for you. I want to know what you're thinking, what are the challenges you're having. You can hit me up on my social medias. What are the challenges you're having? But if you want to really get started and get started now, I have a setup video. You can go right ahead and watch it right there, and I will see you on the next video.